up, everyone? Nia Gibson here from FloTrack, and I'm here at TRE in the Convention Center, but specifically with Luca Ciccone, Director of Product Engineering here at Saucony. Luca, let's talk. I'm so excited to talk to you. How are you?
Thank you for having me, Nia. I'm totally excited to talk about the new launch of our IncrediLUX technology that we're building into Triumph 24 and Hurricane 26. It's been a journey, though.
Yes.
We often talk about these dynamic foam properties that we've been incorporating into many of our shoes. IncrediLUX, it first started off with IncrediRun.
Okay.
This foam right here was the one that set it apart from the rest. We recently launched a shoe last year called the Endorphin Elite 2, and this was a foam that was in a hyper shoe that just stood out compared to everything else. It has a non-Newtonian property to it where the more you impact it, the more energy return it gives you. When we first tested this foam, essentially, we had to change our methodologies and how we evaluated foams in shoes going forward. We realized we had something very special on our hands. And as we're coming into TRE and showcasing some of our new products for Spring 26 and Autumn 26, the thing with it is we wanted to democratize these foams to bring them into shoes that are for everyday trainers in order to make sure that we're giving those dynamic properties across everybody who is accessing running and walking today.
You know, we spoke a little bit about this before the camera started rolling. It's like we're in the second coming of the running boom. I would love to know, and I would love for you to expand on how Saucony will really help to enhance that with these IncrediRuns, with the Hurricane 26s, and just why do people need these sneakers? Why do they need these shoes?
I'll tell you right now, as we started trickling down and democratizing these foams, and why IncrediLUX is such an important technology, especially as we're bringing them down to Hurricanes and Triumphs, we have to realize that the marketplace right now, with this running boom, the pie is getting bigger, but also due to the fact that more people are marathoning, more people are joining in races. Fitness is effectively the new wealth that people want. And we want to make sure that we're adapting this product to work across many different types of runners that are entering into the sport, running their first 5K, all the way up to bringing them to their marathon. And we're giving them the tools in order to do that, from shoes that have IncrediLUX technology for their everyday long runs and short runs and daily trainers, all the way up into IncrediRun, especially on shoes of the Elite 2, where you need that power and you need that confidence for race day and you need that little extra oomph.
I would love to know the intelligence behind this, but how do you make a shoe that really fits all types of runners in terms of those beginners, or I like to call myself a little bit of a hybrid hottie, because sometimes I like to go on a nice walk with my dog, sometimes I like to go on a run, sometimes I go to Pilates or something like that, right? But then you also have your people who do marathons, who do this, they're in like the majors, they have like that 7-star goal. How did you, what was the intelligence behind that to make sure that it fits everybody?
I have to share a secret on camera.
I love secrets.
Let me tell you something about what we do in the background in order to develop foams such as this one, these dynamic foams that bring totally amazing industry-leading technologies. It's the 3 T's.
Okay.
Testing,
testing,
testing.
Okay.
We test well over 1,000 runners in our database that run all the way up to OTQs, all the way down to people who are running a 14 to 15 minute pace, all the way down to people who are active walkers. The thing with these shoes that we're building today is that we want to make sure that people are staying active longer as we're living longer in society. We need to be sure that you're providing the correct footwear in order to do that. In fact, I gave a pair of these shoes to my mom recently. She's 77 years old, and she couldn't believe how fun these shoes were to wear, which helped encourage her to start walking longer, which encouraged her to help start getting more motivated to do that stuff. We want to build that emotional experience on the underfoot, that the performance enhancement that this will help people just be sure that they're performing their best.
You know, we had a really good conversation again prior to the cameras rolling, and I'd love for you guys to share. You said if you wear these, you're going to literally float away.
You're going to float away.
You're going to float away. What do you mean by that?
One thing that I wanted to mention was when we started off with IncrediRun technology, we know we had something special. As we started looking at the new Triumph and the new Hurricane as we have displayed here.
We can't edit that.
That's okay.
But I love this. I'm going to float away.
You're going to float away. The one thing that we wanted to consider was everybody's talking about energy efficiency. We want bouncier foams. We want to provide that fun experience in order to help with metabolic economy, with being able to really truly enhance the performance of somebody wanting to train in these shoes. The one thing to take into consideration here is that when we started introducing IncrediLUX as part of the IncrediFoam family, this one right here, we made it ultra lightweight. I couldn't believe how lightweight this foam came in, while also providing the dynamic property of energy absorption along with energy efficiency. When you're building shoes such as this one right here that are daily trainers, these footwear components in itself, you have to truly engineer them to be able to be very well-rounded, but also at the same time being very lightweight. I can tell you for a training shoe such as the Triumph 24, in a men's size 9, this is 8.8 ounces. Ounces.
Oh.
8.8.
Okay.
Totally industry leading with a very, very solid price point. And the shoes such as this one right here, the Hurricane 26, 9.2 ounces, we shaved off a very good amount of weight compared to its predecessor. That's why I'm saying we're taking a huge innovation leap with these shoes in itself.
I was gonna ask, how did you combine the durability, support, and lightweight thing, but I'm gonna assume the 3 T's? Testing, testing, testing?
Also, lots of development, lots of development.
Okay.
Here's something special about this foam that nobody else is doing at the moment. We are using 100% aliphatic TPU.
Wow.
You've probably heard aliphatic TPU pop up a few times over the course of super shoes coming out. There are shoes that are a couple $100s. This effectively is in the same family of it, and we're democratizing it into daily trainers. The person that's going out and walking their dog can have that same experience of super foam technology in their everyday trainer. A wolf in sheep's clothing.
I love it. Okay, I'm sold. I'm gonna buy one.
Cool. I have to add some allure to this one.
What is this?
This right here is simply a component assembly for the new sole that we're using on the Endorphin Elite 3. As I mentioned before, this right here was the frontier model of starting to democratize down many of the foams that we're using for today. This right here is a partial glimpse into the new Endorphin Elite 3. The foam on this is unworldly. This foam right here is completely unworldly, especially as it's a complete separation compared to other super shoes that are out there, and Saucony's taken the forefront of innovation on this one. We learned quite a bit when we launched this on its previous model called the Endorphin Elite 2. With the Endorphin Elite 3, we wanted to make sure that this shoe still held to its particular, let's say people are very familiar with it. We wanted to keep it familiar but also add the innovation. This is where we listen very intently to most of our runners, especially with testing and in the marketplace when we're reading feedback items about it. And one thing that we did a major upgrade to, and I'm sure everybody that's out there is just screaming for joy saying, you're making adjustments to the Elite 3 to make it better. We've re-engineered the carbon fiber plate.
Okay, see this? Tell me more.
The one thing that we took with a carbon-plated racer such as the Endorphin Elite 3, we re-engineered the plate to aid in stability. The one thing that we always talk about is, I like to say that carbon fiber plates are helping to provide a stability aspect of the overall form structure. Have you ever had a popsicle before?
I have.
Okay. Think of this as the popsicle stick.
Okay.
And the foam as the ice cream. If I wrap that popsicle stick around the ice cream, it's helping build in the structure to the shoe in itself. You're able to utilize the plate in order to get the whole performance of it. And you can tune that popsicle stick in order to get the foam performance that you're looking for. And that's the way that I like to use from a metaphor standpoint, that we added in and engineered these grooves in order to help propel the athlete even further forward. This right here is going to give you a sensation like you're being pushed far forward in order to run faster and be able to break that PR.
Nice. Do you mind? Can I see?
Absolutely.
I just want them to see that you were basically saying you could propel from...
Well, it helps. Something that we often talk about quite a bit is longitudinal stiffness.
Okay.
The more longitudinal stiffness that we can build into a shoe in order to create that rocker effect is going to be more beneficial to the runner.
Okay.
The other thing that you notice here too, see these slots that we have going on in here? Popular to contrary belief, you are not moving in one plane as you're moving forward. Your foot strikes from the lateral side all the way to the medial side. Notice how my fingers are making this twisting motion. When I'm rolling my foot, this is helping to help guide the foot as it's rolling
I was just about to ask that because I pronate when I walk.
Yes.
So I was going to say, so does that help with stability there?
It helps. It helps with stability there, specifically on a race day shoe. But the other thing too is we want to make sure that we're maintaining the overall stiffness going in the forward to backward direction.
Okay.
That's the stuff that we want, but we want to make sure that we're providing the naturality of the movement as you're going through your gait cycle.
Hey, you learn something new every day.
Great.
I love that. Luca, that was amazing. I learned a lot. I am a new customer, by the way. Thank you so much for joining me. And I mean, I'll see you. We're going to party later.
We're going to party later.
We're going to party later.
We're going to party later. Nia, thank you so much.
Of course.